The 555 timer IC is a fundamental component in electronics, often used for timing, oscillation, and pulse generation. Internally, it relies on comparators, a flip-flop, and a voltage divider to produce its iconic square wave output. By remaking it, we can break down the core components and understand how the IC works at a deeper level. The remake involves three major functional blocks: the voltage division for the reference levels, the comparators, which is the LM358P chip to monitor input signals, and then the flip-flop, which is the 4001 NOR gates for output stability. The output stage is a 4069 inverter, which can drive a load like an LED or a counter. The voltage divider network uses three 5 kilo ohm resistors in series. This divides the supply voltage into three equal parts, creating two reference points for the upper threshold and lower threshold of the voltage. These voltage levels act as the trigger points for the comparators. In this circuit, we use the LM358P as a comparator. A comparator checks if one voltage is higher than another. If the voltage on the non-inverting input is greater than the one on the inverting input, the output goes high, otherwise the output is low. Using the capacitor, this is what helps create the square wave. The first comparator has our 1/3 voltage, or lower threshold, on its non-inverting input, and on its inverting input it has its trigger voltage from the capacitor or the external input. The second comparator has its 2/3 voltage, the upper threshold, on its non-inverting input. On the inverting input, the threshold voltage, which is the input of the first comparator. This circuit uses 4001 quad 2 input NOR gates as the flip-flop. This contains two NOR gates which are wired together to form a flip-flop. A flip-flop is a bistable circuit with two states, high and low, and it will latch onto whichever output it is currently supplying. When the set pin is high from the first comparator, the flip-flop output remains high, but when the reset pin is high, which is from the second comparator, the flip-flop output switches to low. This toggling between high and low generates the square wave output. 4069 hex inverter is used in order to flip the input signal so high becomes low, low becomes high. This is used to drive an LED or other load by buffering up the voltage. This remade 555 chip can be used to power or provide a square wave input into other circuits such as a counting circuit.